Hi, my name is Courtney Hecht, and today I'm going to present to you a video that I've made on 8 ways to live a happy, healthy life. Happy and healthy. These two things seem easy, but many of us find it hard to fulfill, especially teenagers nowadays. Too many people today are okay with living unhealthy, negative lives. Even myself, I'm guilty of having a bad day every once in a while, but it seems like most people, every day is a bad day. So today I put together a video of 8 simple things you can do to help your life be healthier and happier. Hi, my name is Courtney Hecht, and today I'm going to present to you a video
First,
that
I
I've
will start
made
off with telling
on
you
8
my
ways to
story
live a happy,
about
healthy
my
life.
journey of my life
Happy and
changing into a
healthy.
happier and
These two
healthier
things
one.
seem easy, but many of us find it hard to fulfill, especially teenagers nowadays.
First, I would like
Too
to
many
start my
people
story off
today are okay
with
with living
having
unhealthy,
you look at
negative
the
lives.
picture to the
Even
left.
myself, I'm
This
guilty
is a
of having
picture
a
of me
bad
the
day every
summer
once in
going
a
into my
while,
junior year of
but it
high
seems
school.
like most
At this
people,
time, I was at my
every day
biggest
is a
point I
bad
had ever
day.
been.
So today I
I
put
didn't
together a
care about
video
what I
of 8
ate, and I
simple
didn't
things you
care
can
about
do to help
really
your
anything
life be
else.
healthier
And I thought very
and
negative thoughts
happier.
about my body. Don't get me wrong, I had a happy life. I just did not like my body. So one day I decided I wanted to make a change. So I ordered the Advocare 24-day challenge. Advocare is world-class leading nutrition products that my brother sells. So after the Advocare 24-day challenge, while incorporating an hour a day exercise and a brand new diet of lean meats, vegetables, and fruits, I lost 20 pounds in 24 days. By this time, clothes were already getting bigger on me, and I had a very much increase in confidence. But I decided that working out in the living room to an exercise video was not enough for me anymore. So I decided to get a gym membership at Anytime Fitness in Waterloo. At Anytime Fitness, I was there 7 days a week in the morning getting my workout in for at least an hour or 2 hours a day. I would run, lift weights, and things like that. So my body kept shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. And that leads us to the picture to the right, which is me now, 65 pounds later, and I feel like a completely different person. I'm still not done yet. I'm still on my journey to making my body the strongest it's ever been. But changing my diet and changing my exercise habits has completely changed my life and made me a happier person. And I'm very happy to share my story with you today and maybe help you live a happier, healthier life. Now that you know my story, I will start off with some facts about 8 ways to live a happy, healthy life. This is Dr. Roger Walsh. He was my mentor for this project and is the leader to the 8 Ways of Well-Being project, which I will explain to you in a minute or so. Dr. Roger Walsh has helped me a lot with my project by emailing me back and forth and answering questions and giving me links to information to help this project become what it is today. This is the leaf to 8 Ways of Well-Being. This was created by many people, also including Dr. Roger Walsh, who I had talked about previously. There's 8 leaves to this. Each leaf represents a different part of life: spirituality, nature, recreation, relaxation, nutrition, exercise, relationships, and giving back are 8 things that you can incorporate into your life to help your life be healthier and happier. And I will explain each leaf in the slides to come. The first leaf I will explain to you is spirituality, the big picture. Religion and spirituality are vitally important to most people. In fact, some 90% of the world's population engages in religious and spiritual practices. For the other 10%, some appreciate the big picture. For most of these people, religion and spirituality are especially important in coping with stress and illness.
When faced with health challenges or life crises, whether their own or those of loved ones, most people in the world overcall on their religion for help and support. Research evidence suggests that these people do in fact feel comforted and are more likely to be happier and healthier. However, the kind of religious involvement makes a big difference in general. People tend to feel better and be psychologically healthier when they are involved in religious communities that emphasize qualities such as love and forgiveness, rather than focusing on themes of guilt, sin, and punishment. What kind of health benefits do people receive? Research demonstrates both physical and mental health benefits. Mentally, people with regular religious practices are less likely to suffer from psychological difficulties, such as anxiety, depression, or drug abuse. They are also likely to be psychologically healthier and happier, and to be more resilient, which concludes in better relationships and marriages. Regular religious activities are also associated with better physical health. Such people tend to have fewer specific health problems, such as high blood pressure, and to be in better physical shape overall. One of the most remarkable research findings is that people who attend regular religious activities weekly tend to live an average of 7 years longer than those who do not. That is the first leaf, and next I will explain to you the leaf of nature. Nature. We are a part of nature, and nature is a part of us. For the first time in history, we live divorced from nature. We reside in huge cities, spending most of our time under artificial lighting. We keep unnatural daily rhythms and spend hours each day immobile in front of a television and computer screen. Not surprisingly, we now suffer from new disorders called picture quay, names such as nature defect disorder, digital fog, techno stress, and techno brain burnout. Fortunately, spending time in natural settings is healing and restorative. If you start spending more time in nature, you'll likely feel better emotionally and spiritually, and also function better intellectually and socially. Being in nature is healing. For example, nature settings can reduce symptoms such as stress, depression, and attention deficit disorder. Likewise, patients in hospital rooms that overlook natural settings suffer less pain after surgery, require less pain medication, and leave the hospital sooner. So never be afraid to go take a little walk in the woods or just watch some birds for a little while. It could really help. The next leaf I will explain to you is recreation. Recreation, humor, and play not only feel good, but also do us good. Playfulness is built into our biology. Youngsters of many species, from cats and dogs to monkeys and chimpanzees, spend large amount of time playing. In the process, they learn and grow. For children, play is more than just a way of having fun. It is also a way of experimenting and trying new things, of testing themselves and expanding their limits, of training muscles and developing minds. Play is also a way of learning how to live together, of learning how to compete and cooperate, to make friends and acquire social skills. Yes, play is fun, but for children, it is also an integral part of learning and growing. Adults also benefit from play, and many benefits are summarized nicely by the word recreation or recreation. With recreation and play, we recreate, refresh, and revitalize ourselves. We speed our recovery from work and stress and reduce painful emotions, such as anxiety and worry, and foster feelings of happiness and joy. No wonder recreation and play are so good for us physically and emotionally. That was the leaf of recreation, and next I will explain to you the leaf of relaxation. Relaxation. Using relaxation for stress management. Stress and challenges are an inevitable part of life. Stress can be good. It can push us to learn new skills, stretch our limits, and encourage us to reach new levels of mastery and success. But when stress is severe, and especially when it's also chronic, then that is another matter. Severe stress exacts a toll on both body and mind.
Mentally, we feel anxious and tense and can easily become overwhelmed and exhausted. Over time, we end up feeling hopeless and helpless, depleted and depressed. Physically, stress takes its toll throughout the body, with effects ranging all the way from tense muscles down to disrupted functioning of our genes. However, there are many skillful strategies and practices for dealing with it besides meditation. These include several of the other therapeutic lifestyle changes, or TLCs, that we are looking at. By using one or more of them, we can reduce our stress and sometimes even learn to grow from it. The other TLLs are also the slides that I'm showing you now, which are spirituality, nature, nutrition, exercise, recreation, giving back. Those can all help you reduce stress in your everyday life. Next slide I will be telling you about will be nutrition. Nutrition. Feel better by changing your diet. For most of human history, the compelling concern of everyday life was simply finding enough to eat. Fail for a day and you felt hungry. Fail for several days and you starved. Consequently, humans evolved to wolf down large amounts of food whenever it was available, and to delight in sweet-tasting sugars and calorie-loaded fats. But what is good for preventing immediate starvation is not what's good for maintaining long-term well-being. Lots of sugars, fats, and calories take a toll on both body and brain. As the growing epidemics of obesity, diabetes, and heart disease make it all too clear. The mind also suffers. An unhealthy diet takes a toll on mood and mental acuity, eventually resulting in greater rates of depression and dementia. On the other hand, a healthy diet enhances mental function, reduces the rates of depression and dementia, and lowers the loss of mental acuity that occurs with aging. Consequently, those of us fortunate to live in countries with large amounts and varieties of readily available foods have to consciously select our diet. What is a good diet for the mind and brain? Researchers have produced hundreds of studies, but their findings can be reduced to several simple principles. These are to eat mainly fruits and vegetables, called the vegetable diet. Multicolored fruits and vegetables, the rainbow diet. Some fish or other protein meats. And if you don't like fish or other things like that, another good supplement to take is fish oil. The foods we choose are enormously important for both physical and mental well-being. The next leaf I will speak to you about is exercise, which also goes hand in hand with nutrition. Exercise. Exercise is also a key to mental health. We are designed to move. Our bodies are mechanical miracles that enable us to walk, run, lift, and play. As we use them, our bodies adapt and flourish. Our muscles grow stronger, our bones grow tougher, our hearts more powerful. Health improves, we become leaner and fitter and less likely to develop deadly diseases such as diabetes, obesity, high blood pressure, and cancer. Exercise also benefits the brain and mind. Scientists used to think that the brain was largely unchangeable. However, now that we can see that the brain is amazingly responsive and can even increase in size when stimulated by exercise or meditation, or when fed a healthy diet. When we walk or work out, more blood and oxygen flow to the brain, and over time, new blood vessels form so that the increased blood flow becomes permanent. With exercise, the brain actually increases in size as brain cells live longer, sprout new connections, and join each other to form new neutral pathways. Almost any kind of exercise is beneficial, whether it's walking, gardening, playing a sport, or working out at the gym. However, it's especially helpful to exercise vigorously and regularly for at least 30 minutes at a time. If you do this, you will notice both long-term and immediate changes. First, you will notice a feeling of well-being that begins a few minutes after you exercise. This is called a runner's high. Over a long term, you will not only feel happier, healthier, and more energetic, but you'll also have the satisfaction of knowing that you're doing something for your body, your brain, your mind, and of course, yourself. This was the leaf of exercise. And next, I will tell you about the leaf of relationships. Relationships, essential elements of a happy life. The idea that good relationships are crucial for both physical and mental well-being is an ancient theme. Philosophers, psychiatrists, and scientists agree, in fact, that the quality of our relationships is one of the most important of all lifestyle factors in determining the quality of our lives. It is amazing just how powerful our relationships are. Rich relationships lower the risk of diseases ranging from common cold to heart disease and strokes, and of psychological disorders such as depression. Good relationships are associated with greater psychological health and happiness with better intellectual and work performance. The dramatic effect of relationships on our well-being is grounded in the very design of our brain. The new research field of social neuroscience shows that we are hardwired for empathy and intimacy. Our brains resonate with one another like tuning forks, picking up subtle emotional and crucial cues, enabling us to empathize with others and to literally feel what they feel. In every relationship and every interaction, we create an intimate brain-to-brain link-up. The neutral link allows us to feel and affect the brain function of everyone we meet. We are not only a part of social networks, but we are a part of neutral networks. Given this intimate link between our brains, it is no surprise that our relationships are so important and powerful, and that we affect each other so much. This is the leaf of relationship, and next I will talk about the leaf of giving back. Giving back. We do not live for ourselves alone. Service is not necessarily a sacrifice, but rather can benefit a giver and receiver. Service is said to serve the giver by reducing painful, unhealthy mind states such as greed, jealousy, and egocentry, while strengthening pleasant, healthy mindsets such as happiness and generosity. Psychiatrists agree. The research shows that people who volunteer more are happier and healthier and even live longer. Elderly volunteers who donate their time to assist students who are having trouble at school not only feel better about themselves, but also display improved intellectual abilities and better brain function. The same benefits can be experienced through undertaking meaningful paid work. Society also benefits when individuals are generous. Generosity tends to lead to more generosity, and those who witness kind, caring behavior are more likely to be kind and caring themselves. The evidence is clear. Generosity and service to others improves psychological, physical, and brain well-being. When people help others in their work and beyond it, they themselves are helped and tend to end up happier and healthier. Contributions and services to others have long been considered essential elements of a life well lived. Now they can also be considered an essential element of a healthy life. That is all for the 8 leaves. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening to my presentation on the 8 ways to well-being. I hope that by listening to my story and my explanation of each leaf, that this can help you make your life a healthier and happier life. If you have any other questions or would like to contribute to the 8 Ways to Well-Being project, please go to the link listed on the page. Thank you all, and I hope you have a healthy, happy life ahead.